You can know things all you like, but that doesn't mean you believe them. Ada, you need to drink something. Susan's voice, scolding. Susan's hands, pushing a cup of cold tea into mine. I don't want to, I said. Really, I don't. Susan curled my fingers around the teacup. I understand, she said, but please try. It's the last thing they're going to let you have. You'll be thirsty in the morning. My right foot was twisted sideways at the ankle. It had been all my life. My ankle bones grew curled, so my toenails scraped the ground, and what should have been the bottom of my foot faced the sky. Walking hurt like anything. Despite the calluses, the skin on my foot tore and bled. This night in the hospital, nearly 3 years ago now, was September 16th, 1940, a Monday. It was a little over a year into the war between Hitler and most of the rest of the world. 11 years into the war between the rest of the world and me. The very next day, surgeons were going to chop my curled ankle bones up and rearrange them. Maybe into something like a functional foot. I put the teacup Susan gave me to my lips. I forced myself to sip. My throat closed. I choked. Tea splattered across the bed covers and my tray. Susan sighed. She mopped up the spilled tea, then motioned for one of the nurses that was putting up the blackout to come take away my tray. Since the start of the war, we covered our windows with blackout screens every night so that German bombers wouldn't be able to aim at our lights. My hospital wasn't in London, which was getting bombed every night right now, but that didn't mean it wouldn't be hit. You never could tell what Germans would do. Letter for your mum, the nurse said, handing Susan an envelope as she scooped up the tray. Delivered to the hospital? How odd. Susan opened it. It's from Lady Thorton. She unfolded the letter inside. She must have sent it before she got my note with the boarding house's address. Ada, are you quite sure you don't want something to eat? Toast? I shook my head. The mouthful of tea I'd swallowed swelled in my stomach. I think I'm going to be sick. Susan gasped. She looked up at me, snatched a basin from the bottom shelf of my bedside table, and thrust it beneath my chin. I clenched my teeth and held everything in. Susan's hand shook. The basin shook too. I looked at her face. She'd gone pale, her eyes dark and wide. What's wrong? I asked. What does that letter say? Nothing, she said. Breathe deep. That's it. She put the basin down, folded Lady Thornton's letter, and tucked it into her handbag. Something was wrong. I could see it on her face. Is it Butter? I asked. What? Has something happened to Butter? Butter was Susan's pony. I loved him. He was staying in Lady Thornton's stables while I was in hospital. Oh, Susan said. No, that is, Lady Thornton didn't mention Butter, but she would have if anything were wrong. Maggie? Maggie was Lady Thornton's daughter, my best friend. Maggie's fine, Susan said. Her hand still shook very slightly. Her eyes didn't look right. Everyone's fine in the village. And Jamie's fine, I said. It was a statement, not a question, because it had to be true. My brother Jamie wasn't in the village. He was here with us. Susan and Jamie and Bovril, Jamie's cat, were staying in a rented room in a boarding house near the hospital. Jamie was there with the landlady now. Jamie was 6 years old. We'd guessed he was 7, but we had his birth certificate now, and he wasn't. Not quite. I was 11. I had my birth certificate too. I'd known my real birthday for just over a week. Susan nodded. Jamie's fine.